I got a question. So, when the president sends troops into our cities in the name of defending them, who is he really defending? And what's the real plan here? That's the question we need to be asking. Because let's be clear, this isn't just talk. Trump already sent troops into Washington, D.C. We all saw that mess and drama when that happened. He sent forces into Los Angeles using immigration as the excuse. And now he's moving troops into Tennessee. And he's even mentioned New Orleans, a city that's been reporting some of its lowest crime numbers in decades. So make that make sense. Now, I already know some people will jump up and say, well, those cities need it. Don't worry, that's just the Kool-Aid talking. That's people repeating fear-mongering headlines and half truths without thinking twice. Because history shows us this pattern. Rumors and exaggerated numbers get thrown around to make a place look like a war zone. Then, soldiers show up. But back then, like in Elaine, Arkansas, the troops didn't come to protect. They came and killed black folks. That's the ugly truth. And the same playbook is playing out right now. They cherry pick statistics, wrap it in words like law and order, and suddenly folks that should know better are nodding like it's facts. But facts without context are just weapons. They don't tell a whole story. Take that tire stat folks love to throw around like confetti at a party. Black people are 13% of the population but commit 58% of the crime. Sounds shocking, right? But here's what they don't tell you. First, black communities are policed way more heavily, so of course arrest numbers and charges are inflated. Second, crime reporting and prosecution aren't colorblind. Bias is baked into the system from top to bottom. Third, and this is big, the exoneration rate for black people is the highest of any group, which means a whole lot of those so-called guilty numbers end up being overturned later. So if you're going to throw stats, at least throw the full truth, not the half that props up your agenda. And let's not forget, other races commit crimes too. Violence doesn't belong to just one group. It just gets framed differently depending on who's doing it. Here's what this is really about: power, control, and silencing. Because it's not just troops on the ground, it's also attacks on free speech, threats to people's jobs, platforms, and voices. They even want grown folks to snitch on other grown folks for saying stuff that they don't agree with. That's not democracy. That's oppression. And let's not forget, free speech is the First Amendment. That means the founders thought it was pretty important. And meanwhile, Trump, our president, is out here taking exhibits out of the African American Museum, and our vice president thinks the best use of his time is running a podcast. I don't know who's on first and who's on second, but what I do know is the people deserve leaders who protect rights, not strip them away. So here's the truth. Every time I turn on the TV, I see another story that reminds me of Black history. Elaine, Tulsa, you name it. The parallels are right there. History keeps repeating itself, and if we don't pay attention, if we don't call it what it is, we'll fall for the same tricks again. Stay woke, stay ready, and remember, comment, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that they'll never put in your textbook. Peace.